if you look back when we first got together, what prompted you to reach out to me back in the beginning? Do you remember?
Well, Bob and I were already retired, but we saw that there was an advertisement for going to a meeting in Naperville that was going to talk about retirement.
Okay.
So we thought we needed to like sort of hear from an expert, or we didn't know if we were doing what we should be doing. So we went, and that was a class that you were giving.
Oh, yes. Okay. You went to one of my classes. Sure.
Yes. So then we followed up with you and came in for a meeting in the office.
What from that meeting, what made you feel like that it would help your situation?
Well, I liked the way that you asked us to set our goals. You weren't telling us what to do. You were like offering, listening to us tell you what we sort of wanted out of retirement and what direction we were going in. And we needed help. We didn't know about the stuff. You're the expert, and we didn't know if what we were doing was right or wrong. And we liked the way you went about it.
Okay. All right. Thanks. So how have things been different since we got together for you?
Oh, it's been a number of years. I think it's much better. First of all, I think we both feel better that we're doing the right things. I think that's one of the problems we had in the beginning. Okay, we're retired and we're doing this and that. Is this what we should be doing? And I think we feel a little confident that we have a plan moving forward now, and we're working from that plan.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And during that time that we've been working on your stuff for a number of years, but we worked through my Smiling Retiree process. And in fact, you actually went through that unbelievably long, tedious, detailed class that I had, that online class. So how's it different now after doing that?
I just feel a lot more knowledgeable. We feel like we know what we're doing with our investments. We're not just putting them out there. We both become more interested in knowing what's happening with our money and what we're going to do with our money. When we first came to you, we had like a will that was just like written up like anybody would have. And you advised us, and we feel very comfortable about the will and trust moving forward. We moved our money. Because of our pensions, you advised that we change some of our 403B money into Roths, which we've been doing. So I feel like we have an action plan, and we're moving forward.
We actually made an action plan, right?
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about taxes? So now that we're pretty sure that taxes are going up, every day you're hearing something new with taxes. I mean, what are you thinking about that now that taxes are probably going up? How do you feel like we've been talking about your taxes?
I feel confident that we're doing the right thing because like you said, we don't think taxes are going to go down. They're only going to go up. And the situation that we're in, where each year we have more income, is putting us into, income tax brackets. So moving that money into Roths is really helping because we're paying the tax on it now and not later when the taxes go up.
And you think taxes will probably go up, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. How can they not?
How could they not? Yeah, exactly. So we sketched out, you remember my 3 financial tidal waves that we talked about. I put in all my books. You got those books. Rising taxes, rising interest rates, and rising inflation. I mean, what do you think about those?
Well, sometimes on a large scale or whatever, we can't control them, but we can make decisions that are in our best interest for dealing with it.
Yeah, and I did that back in, I sketched that out on a napkin. I was at a conference in New Zealand back in early 2016 and kind of just put those three financial tidal waves on a napkin as I was looking at the waves crashing on the beach. But now it's no longer a theory, right? I mean, obviously, rising interest rates and rising inflation are for sure here. How do you feel that you're more prepared to deal with those now?
Well, we have your phone number. One, but we feel like we sort of know where we're going. We know about these things happening, so they're not like, oh my gosh, what do we do? We have a plan in place. I just feel like when you sort of know what you're doing, you feel more confident. You can't control what's happening, what they're doing, with the inflation and all of that, but you can have a better idea of how to react to it, I think. And that's how we feel.
Yeah, we can't control the outside world. We can certainly control what we do, how we, like as you say, how we react to it. So let me just kind of, for the rest of the people who might be watching this, let me just give them this thought. So many of the folks may not be aware that, the wealthy, really, they have access to what's called a family office. You and I haven't really talked about that term so much, but the private family office, and what that means is they have access to certain strategies and techniques, and types of advisors that most of the people, 99% of the people, don't have access to. And but fortunately, over the years, I've been able to put together what amounts to a family office for some pretty wealthy clients, and that everybody can get access to by working with me. It's a virtual family office. And so we help people have untaxable family wealth. We kind of alluded to that with you. And then if they want to try and protect their assets from market crashes, if they want that. So those are the two main things. And we'll only work with a few people a year, so they have to qualify. But, and if they're interested, if anybody that's watching this is interested, you just click on the link below, schedule a 30-minute call with me, and then we'll see if you could be a good fit for that. And if not, as Maria said, she's got my phone number. So if you can't find that link, just call my office, 630-893-4142, and go ahead and do that now. And we'll probably have this on probably the YouTube channel, so everybody watching, if they want, can subscribe to this and get our tax tips. There's 200 tax tips on there, weekly tax tips. So, we think that for almost everybody, and I can't think of any exceptions of anybody I've talked to that this is true, taxes are your biggest expense. I was just talking to a fellow the other day, and he said his house was his biggest expense. And then we looked at his taxes and just his federal income taxes, not counting the state tax, sales tax, property taxes, nothing else, but just his federal income tax was 3 times what his house cost him. Mm-hmm. And that's true for almost everybody. Tax Freedom Day, they say, is past the end of April now. So we all work third of the year just to pay your taxes. And if you're watching this, it's probably later for most people. So, we have to deal with those 3 financial tidal waves: rising interest rates, rising inflation, and rising taxes. So, Maria, I appreciate you being on here today. Any other thoughts for the folks?
Well, once I said to Navi, where were you? I needed you 15 years ago. And he said, everybody tells me that. But if you're going to plant an oak tree, a good time to plant it is a long time ago, but you can plant it now and do what you
best times today. Right?
Best. Yeah.
All right, Maria. Well, thanks a lot. Come on over when you can.
Okay. Bye-bye.